weapons already. We should be able to use these to erect a mystical shield. Block their attack and absorb the energy. Now, the crystals are more fragile than I expected. But there should be more as we traverse closer to Dormammu and the stone.
Organic life.
Level up. So apparently, WB and AT&T do not think DC is a good. The fuck would you even call it? It's not really I guess a brand. And they want nothing to do with it, apparently. They're scaling back comics. Seems like they're going to cancel them outright. They've canceled a few shows that they were working on. They're not really concerned with the movies, such as Wonder Woman or whatever. They don't seem to be interested in their gaming division. And just everything seems to have gone to hell really quickly. Deadline is reporting all of this stuff, basically saying that comics, movies, TV shows, etc. are not a priority for them. And the rumors of them selling off their gaming division has been, fuck it. I say you just sell everything DC to Disney, because at least they know what the fuck they're doing with their shit. And hey, Batman meeting Spider-Man would be fucking awesome. But, yeah, this is, unfucking believable, honestly. Wow. So, yeah, I don't really have much to say. I just fucking send it to Disney. They're not going to be producing as many comic books. They're not going to be doing too many more things with movies. I mean, yeah, you got Batman, you got Suicide Squad. It seems like they have a lot of movies right now, but from what I'm hearing, might as well fucking not. And yeah, I know this kind of contradicts what they're doing with the Snyder Cut, but that just seems like an effort to get people on their side, so that way they can pull shit like this. I've always hated how they've handled Batman and stuff like that. I've made that pretty fucking, I've been pretty fucking knowledgeable about that. But then they tried to do this DC 5G stuff, and then they did, they have a new Wonder Woman character who has not yet debuted in comic books, but they're so fucking certain people are going to want to watch it that they're making a TV show. I know this kind of information seems kind of contradictory, but if you look into it, it seems to make a lot of sense. Now, I'm not going to talk with any certainty. I'm going to wait a few months. In fact, I'm going to wait a few weeks before I even put this out. But none of this is certain. It's just been reported by Deadline, and they're generally really fucking good with that shit. But how are they going to do that shit, right? Rumors have been going around, basically, and I've noticed comic books aren't coming out as much. And I mean, Deadline, they're not fucking wrong ever, really. But seriously, just fucking sell them to Disney. Batman and Superman, dude, Justice League versus Avengers, Teen Titans versus X-Men. That last one actually doesn't work. Fuck, go back. That kind of shit, that would be awesome. And I mean, hey, if Disney gets the DC characters and they never fucking cross over, then holy fuck. But dude, look at this. DC has the most recognizable characters ever. Dude, I'm gonna go fucking show you. I'm gonna go to a fucking... I'm gonna go back in time 5 years. I'm gonna show a picture of fucking Booster Gold or Captain Marvel. See who's more fucking recognizable. Guarantee you it's Booster Gold. Go show a fucking photo of, like, fucking Guy Gardner, but he's not in his Green Lantern outfit, versus fucking Spider-Gwen. See who's more recognizable. DC has the more recognizable characters, not to mention heavy hitters that I would say Batman is more recognizable than Iron Man. Superman, more recognizable than Captain America. And yet, that hasn't translated to money. Marvel has some of the best-selling movies ever made. DC has not that. Although, to be fair, they have mildly unbiased Oscars on their side. Whereas you could tell some of the awards that Marvel wins are super fucking biased. Black Panther, for instance, I thought that movie was pretty good. I didn't think it was amazing. I liked the way that Black Panther was shown off in Captain America Civil War, but I found there to be a lot of problems with the Black Panther movie itself that were not present with the character in Civil War. And fucking Civil War gets no awards or recognition whatsoever, and then fucking Black Panther's like best movie starring person of color or something like that. It's like, really? You're gonna be that biased? It's like, I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I'm not saying bad movie. Just saying the guy was present in Civil War, and that movie was infinitely better. My guy was present in fucking Infinity War, and that shit didn't win any awards either. But then, you know, The Dark Knight was actually a widely recognized movie by a lot of people outside of the comic book community. Sure, it also got, you know, bashes like, why do people like this movie so much? It's just about a man dressed up as like fucking bat. He's clearly a children's. Clearly, if you like this, you're a man, baby. You know, I hear that all the time. But at the same time, Justice League should have been on point with like Avengers 2012 or Avengers Age of Ultron, and it was not. It was fucking not. It's clearly because AT&T and Warner Brothers have no idea what the fuck they're doing. Just sell to Disney. They'll make more money, the brand will be recognized, and it'll be treated better. What do you know? Fucking Spider-Man 3, not the movie, but in the Insomniac game, after Miles Morales 2 or whatever, you just have fucking Batman show up in New York. What the fuck? Would that not be awesome? Or maybe some event fuses Metropolis and New York, and Superman's just like, hey there. I mean, that would be awesome, and clearly WB has... They've been on my shit list for a while, honestly. I don't really have a shit list, it's just shit I keep in my head. But it's Warner Brothers, and for a while I thought AT&T was pretty cool, and now I know the opposite. They are the exact same. I mean, dude, the whole Snyder Cut debacle? We wouldn't even need the fucking Snyder Cut. Should they have known what the fuck they were doing in the first place? If they just let the people in charge do what they want, instead of being like, actually, you have to do this. And then fire him when his daughter commits suicide. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, oh, we're just gonna give him some time to... No, if that were the case, you'd have delayed the movie. And guess what? Then you would have gotten fucking points. You would have gotten fucking, you know, respect. It's like, oh, okay, well, his daughter died. We have to delay the movie. Instead, you're just like, oh, you're fired. You took your opportunity. You saw your opportunity. You're like, well, we're just, and that didn't work at all. So now we have a Snyder Cut, which we wouldn't need should you have not fucked it up in the first place. This is their logic. They see, they don't do what the fans want. They lose money, and then they're like, well, this is unprofitable. We're just not going to do that anymore. Sell it to fucking Disney. I know they would pay handsomely just for DC. You don't even, not even Warner Brothers, alright? They would pay fucking handsomely. They could, if they knew that they could do another Avengers Endgame, but with DC, they would pay you like half of Endgame's budget, probably. That's actually not a lot. Not what I meant. they'd probably pay like I don't know. What was the Star Wars acquisition? It was all of Lucasfilm, but mostly just translated onto Star Wars. They'd probably do 2 times that, honestly. Because that's a huge fucking investment right there. It's like when you buy stocks because they go down, but you know that they're going to go back up. So you're like, all right, yeah, I'll pay $2,000 here. And then later on, it turns into like $25,000. And then you sell that, and then you do $20,000 on something else. You raise it up, goes to $40,000, and then you keep doing that, and then eventually you have just infinite money. It's the long game. Just fucking, you'd make money. You would probably be able to clear your fucking debt if you just made smart decisions, like not fucking up all the time. So, that's that. Sorry guys, I'm kind of pissed off with this. Maybe it's just, me being entitled. But Disney would know what the fuck they're doing. They just want money and they're not fucking making any sense about it. So Disney, I hope I've given you some ideas. Buy fucking DC Comics. Not DC Comics, just DC in general. Buy everything associated. If WB wants to sell, fucking take it. Just don't try to fracture the universe. That would be fucking lame. Okay, we'll take Batman, but Superman can stay here. We'll take fucking Green Lantern, but the Teen Titans, you can keep those. Don't do that. Just buy everything. Everything. Do not let Warner Bros. Have a single thing. They could have fucking Guy Gardner. I don't give a fuck. Don't let them keep that. So, that's just how it be, okay? Alright, that's just how it be. Shit list.
I'm out of here.
Perimeter wall is up and operational.
Good. Think we did any good here?
Not for them, unfortunately. But the mold is contained. Hopefully, they're Evie's last victims.
Hopefully.
Chris, there's a call for you. You need to take it back at the camp.
All right. I'm on my way.
Hey, what up, people? So, I gotta... my next commentary video, if it has anything to do with Spider-Man, or Resident Evil, should have some PlayStation 4 Pro captured, videos. I know shit be whack, but... I'm pretty cool, I'm pretty happy. I got some, Spider-Man footage coming out. I got some Resident Evil 7 footage coming out. Those are the only 2 games I currently own. But hey, those are good for me. Good enough for me right now. I'm gonna need something later, obviously, as time goes by. But there's some really cheap classics that are on here, too, that I don't have elsewhere, so... I looked up Dragon Ball. They didn't have anything interesting there, that I didn't already own. I looked up Star Wars. They had Super Star Wars on there, and I was like, ooh, fuck. Super Star Wars. I mean, if you go fucking look, fucking, if you have a history of drugs, and you just tell your friend, Super Star Wars, think about it. They'll be like, I thought you were done with the weed, Jimmy. So, but yeah, Super Star Wars. I saw the Completionist do that one once. And then I want some of that exclusive content from the Batman Arkham Knight game. So I gotta get that again. Eventually I want to get some VR games. Well, I guess I got Resident Evil 7, but I don't have the VR for that. So, eventually, these are some milestones later down the road. I don't make any money off of YouTube, so it's just straight up hard work. Speaking of which, I'm dreading going back to work next week. Or this week, because it's 2:05 in the morning and it's Monday. But yeah, I gotta go do all of that later. It's not Monday. I don't go to work on Monday today, but, you know. I'm working a lot more than I have been lately, so that's gonna be good for my paycheck, I'm sure. Last week, I only worked 6 hours across 2 days. 6 hours is the total. That's not like 6 hours each. 6 hours each, boy, I'd be making money. But, you know, this week I work 5 days, I think. But it's, no, it's 4 days for 2 hours each. Well, an hour and a half, really. I think that'll still be enough to get by. I have a car insurance bill to pay, which I can't afford right now. I had enough money, but I don't really... I mean, I was making money on track, and I had my own PlayStation 4 savings, and so I guess put a little too much in that. Whatever. I'm only like $20 away from the bill, but the bill comes before I get paid, so fuck. Outside of money things, can't remember what I started this video. Yes, so, with that little update, status update over, Marvel vs. Capcom? I want a Marvel vs. Capcom movie in the MCU. Well, maybe not necessarily in the MCU, but with, like, MCU actors, if possible. I want that shit to be a fucking movie. Get that movie done before... Or, like, the movie should have nothing to do with the game that comes out. But, both would be cool. I mean, hey, if you're gonna do a fighting game, if Marvel vs. Capcom is gonna be exclusively fighting games, then just have the movie be like that game I suggested. You just put fucking Spider-Man in the Baker Mansion, Wolverine in the Street Fighter World Tournament, and Captain America in like the Mega Man X opening stage. That would be fucking cool. And then, of course, you know, the Marvel characters will collide with the Capcom characters. Put the Capcom characters in some Marvel situations. Have Ryu go up against the Chitauri. Have Mega Man Classic go up against, like, the fucking Green Goblin. And Chris Redfield? Just put him through the events of World War II or something like that. I guess that's not strictly Marvel. But let's be fucking honest. I think Chris Redfield is about as strong as Captain America. They just seem like they just seem very similar in like strength feats and shit. I mean, Cap doesn't generally use a gun except unless it's that one scene from First Avenger. He prefers his shield for some reason. Even though he was totally fucking blowing brains out of Nazis' heads with that pistol in First Avenger. Also, no, fuck, I'm stupid. Ignore that, I had a brain fart. But like, do that in a movie. Besides, if you cast... You could do like an animated movie, I don't know. I think I'd prefer a live-action movie. With basically the same budget as fucking Avengers Age of Ultron, I suppose. I don't think that was too ridiculous. I don't know about the budget of like the other movies. But hey, you know, good-looking movie with a good-looking budget. And then, yeah, like fucking... The game, or the movie, should just use Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite as like its plot is like the base of its plot. You know, it starts out without the convergence, or starts out before the convergence. Ooh, no, you know, shit. Ignore that. I tripped over my own foot and pushed a chair into a wall. The movie starts out after the convergence. You know, it's been a little while. Looks like our heroes are going to get murked. And then it cuts to before the convergence every now and then. And then it cut, like, at the end of the movie, or like at the halfway point, it shows like just after the like during the convergence, and then you build your way back up to where you were, like Sonic Boom, but good. That's not only a Sonic Boom thing. That's like a cliche in a lot of movies, I think. Fucking better example: X-Men Origins Wolverine, the game. Jess, why are you doing that? My dog is wearing a shirt, by the way. She thinks she's fucking beautiful. She is. But fucking... Where was I going with that? So anyways, just Marvel vs. Capcom, the movie, would be fucking great. Do, like, how at the beginning of X-Men Origins Wolverine the game, you're in the future. Well, Wolverine's in the future. You don't get to play any of the future stuff. And then boom, flashback. And then at the end of the game, it's back to the future. And then, you know, joke unintended. The end of the game, you know, so it's Wolverine versus Bolivar Trask the whole time. They just like combined X-Men Days of Future Past and X-Men Origins Wolverine because fuck it. And so just do that. Starts out in the future, goes into the past, and then goes back to the future, goes back to the past, goes to the future, and then goes to the convergence, and then builds itself back up to the future. And we'll say convergence is present day. Jess, can you not? So, yeah, and then, you know, I think Marvel vs. Capcom 5 should have time, like the game anyways, should have time travel and sort of be a reboot, almost. Like a Mortal Kombat or a DC Universe style reboot, where shit can still be connected. It doesn't throw everything away. It just like changes. Like DC gets a lot of flack because of their reboots, but honestly, Marvel doesn't reboot, so it just gets convoluted. DC's tendency to reboot, I think, is actually beneficial. It helps shit just not get convoluted, or it helps to, you know, make things less convoluted. But I kind of like what they're doing now. Or well, not what they're doing now. This is not what they're doing, but this is what the creator of The Punisher has said to do, is basically just stop everything and to basically stop everything and just start over. Throw away everything. And I think that's what they should do. You know, every now and then you need to just to start over. They do it with the movies all the time. And people say reboot, like, like DC's reboots are not they're not the same really. They just DC's reboots are like continuations. Like you have Flashpoint, and while the New 52 is considered a reboot, it's really not. It's a continuation of the Flashpoint story, which was the ending of a previous story. So everything is still canon. That all still happened until it didn't happen. That's weird. Maybe I'm making this worse. Basically, it's like watching Back to the Future. Are we going to call Back to the Future a reboot? What's it rebooting? Everything happened until it didn't. That's the plot of Back to the Future, isn't it? I mean, watch a time travel movie. A time travel movie isn't a reboot. That's not what defines a reboot. So, the New 52 technically isn't a reboot. It's a time travel story. I mean, yeah, shit got fucked into oblivion, but it's not a reboot. Shit happened until it didn't. What I'm suggesting, and what the Punisher guy is suggesting, although my idea came from his, just start over. Actually reboot. Throw away all the comics, stop them for like 2 months, start pumping out new ones that have nothing to do with anything else ever. Because guess what? Crisis on Infinite Earths, the comic book, I mean, still canon. Because that's connected to the different things that led up to Flashpoint. You have straight up fucking... I mean, you know, certain things from pre-Crisis are no longer canon, but you basically have 80 years of history that people aren't able to read. People don't know where to fucking start. That's the problem with comic books. So you fucking start over, give everyone a break, and then you go back full force with something new. I mean, fuck, if DC would hire me, I would fucking know what to do. Mm-hmm. Consider that my what the fuck? Application, that's the word. But, yeah, like, honestly, you just need to start over, hire a new team that knows what they're doing, but keep the old team around. Just, their stuff doesn't matter anymore. All of that, you know, you don't have to completely throw away everything, right? You can allude to certain things that happened, you know, for, like, the people who like the past, how it was. But if you want to get in new people, you have to throw away some of that stuff. You can redo it later, obviously. I mean, if you want to keep in Dark Knight's Metal, you just do another Dark Knight's Metal. Call it Dark Knight's Metal Reboot or something like that. You want to do another Flashpoint? You should probably wait a long time before doing that. I'm thinking like, 4 years. Assuming you can get the if you keep the comics at the pace that they're currently going, it's going to be more than 2 years, or more than 4 years. Maybe like 8. But I think after the coronavirus and, everything's fixed, after 4 years, that'll be acceptable. And then you could just continue the way you were doing for another 80 years if that's how you want to do it. But 80 years of history is a lot for some new guy to come in. And guess what? Unfortunately, a lot of the people who grew up with these comics are dead. That's the fact. Rest in peace. But you're still catering to that audience who is unable to actually read your comics. So it's time to just throw that away. What's the line from, hold on. I've been getting a lot of flack recently for using, Star Wars quotes everywhere. People are about had it with my shenanigans. But, to quote Kylo Ren, let the past die. Kill it if you have to. I think that works here perfectly. You can't keep going on life support. Time to throw away whatever is causing problems and bring in something good. I think Marvel and DC could both do this. They can finish the stories that they're telling but it's fucking time. I mean, I don't really, you know, they've got some more stories planned for the next year and a half. If comic books can last that long, go ahead. However, they're currently on life support, so I mean, it's not happening. Sometimes you just have to say goodbye. That's, you know, that's how it is, right? When it's time to go, it's time to go. So, hopefully we can wipe away that history eventually, get a clean start, make things less convoluted for a little while. Take the Ultimate Comics, for instance. Marvel's Ultimate line had nothing to... It was created with the goal of simplifying everything. You know, wiping away histories those are no longer irrelevant, or those are no longer relevant to this universe. You just start over. Familiar faces, familiar characters, new stories, and shit was a clear line. So that's what you gotta do, man. I made this video wanting to talk about Marvel vs. Capcom, and then that happened, and so now I gotta label this audio file a bunch of different things. I hate when I fucking get caught on multiple topics like that. But hey, it happens. So yeah, to recap, my financial situation is not great, but I'm certainly better off than a lot of people, so I'm grateful for that. I mean, I was able to buy the PlayStation 4 Pro, so I mean, that's pretty cool. My opinion on Marvel vs. Capcom, and how they should write their story. I'm still working on that fanfiction, guys. In fact, I think as soon as I'm done here with the Spider-Man, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Some more. And, how to get comic books selling again. Let's be honest, comic books, the best-selling ones are probably the event series, because you don't need to know much about the characters, you can just jump right into it. Like for instance, I don't read a whole lot of Batman comics. I know nothing of the Court of Owls storyline aside from what's in the Son of Batman movie. No, scratch that. It's not Son of Batman, Batman versus Robin. And then, there's some Court of Owls references in Dark Knight's Metal, but I just jumped into that story with no prior knowledge of, or with little prior knowledge of the universe, and I jumped into it and wasn't really that confused. But there were some things where I was like, are you referencing the Court of Owls? So, and I think so, but again, I know nothing about that story. Then there's the, my knee is starting to fucking act up again. Probably the weather. So there's the Court of Owls story. Again, I didn't read. There's Year of the Villain. I have no idea what the fuck's going on with that. There was the whole Mr. Oz thing. Have not read that. I wanted to, but I was just so fucking confused. Apparently Mr. Oz is Jor-El, Superman's dad, which is kind of fucking weird. Clark, I am your father. Or wait, the line was never like Luke or Clark, so it's no, I am your father. But yeah, oh fuck, I forgot. Yeah, that perhaps is another video later. Nah, I don't know. I'm sure enough videos have been made by David Prowse. So Yeah, that, I mean, yeah, he died. That sucks. The, yeah, and then, like, the only real stories I've read this whole time, because they're the only ones I could, I can't remember what it was called. There was one where it was, like, the Justice League versus Darkseid. That was really cool. I've read a little bit of Deceased, because that requires no continuity or no continuity, prior. Deceased just requires your, deceased, I guess is what I'm going to call it, just requires your knowledge of the characters. It really requires nothing continuity-wise. Maybe you get something from knowing about the continuity, but it's not even really the same universe. It's a completely separate continuity that has nothing to do with anything. However, it seems to take a few cues from the New 52. So yeah, it's just your knowledge of the character rather than the knowledge of the characters rather than the knowledge of the universe. And then there's I read like an Aquaman story. I think it's like when they first get him into the league. And then there was a story that was Batman and Wonder Woman. They were together for a little while. That's all I really remember about the story. Oh, I read the thing with Batman and Catwoman getting married. I did not like that book whatsoever. And that's about it. I was gonna say I read Hush, but I don't think that had anything to do with New 52. But yeah, and as much as I like the old comic books, they really don't matter anymore, so why are we keeping them around? Yeah, that was a bit more of a recap. I would that was, you know, I went over the recap, but I would recap it again, but I think the same thing is gonna happen, so I'm just gonna, like, end it. Later, guys.
Was never in doubt.
That was quite an impressive feat. But vanquishing the true Dormammu in his own realm will be...
Ten, 15 minutes to recover. Okay? Thanks.
Dude, I have an awesome fucking idea. 2 Marvel vs. Capcom games that have nothing to do with one another. The first is obviously the fighting game. You know, Marvel vs. Capcom. You get a few characters, hopefully all of the old ones, and then some new ones. So you got your fucking Spider-Mans, your Wolverines, your Weskers, your Chris's, and then you get your fucking Leons, your Bakers, your fucking Punisher, your fucking Nick Fury, that sort of shit. But, and then I don't really have any ideas for the story of that one, but it would be fucking cool if they did another Marvel vs. Capcom game that was just like a bunch of Capcom games with Marvel characters teaming up. I don't know if you could really do that, but it'd be cool if it was just like a Marvel game, but it put characters in other people's positions. Like, I don't know, maybe Chris Redfield is an Avenger or something. I don't fucking know. And Spider-Man is running around in the the Spencer Mansion. Maybe you get the Hulk versus Nemesis. That would be fucking cool, right? So this is gonna be that video. So 5 characters I want and why on each side. So Miles Morales. I think he'd make a good addition to the game. He's got like crazy powers. He doesn't just have like Spider-Man's power or Peter's powers. Spider-Man Miles Morales has he calls it a Venom Blast, but it has nothing to do with Venom. I think Venom Sting would be better because it's electricity, and so I would imagine, kind of like, a spider bite. So Venom Sting, but he calls it Venom Blast, and that never jived with me. And then you can go invisible. Now, dude, generally going invisible in fighting games kind of sucks. Like, have you played Mortal Kombat? X, Reptile can do that. It does fucking nothing. Predator can do that. It does fucking nothing. In Marvel vs. Capcom 3, X-23 can do that, but it's like a stealth kill thing. So it's fine there, but what's the point of going invisible in any of those games? But they could do something with that for Miles. Maybe they could do one of the they could just mix the takedowns from Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, and then so basically they mix the takedowns and they do something. Maybe like Miles thwips away and he comes back invisible, and then while the enemy is looking for where he is, he just fucking uppercuts him. And then, the next character... No, we're not gonna do 5, we're gonna do 3. The next character... Black Cat. It's a character I know virtually nothing about, but I'm actually kind of interested in as of, Marvel's Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4. So, she's basically Catwoman. I don't really have to justify this decision. Just put it in the game. Felicia Hardy, I believe her name is. Now, the, next Marvel character... I think this one would just be funny. Bob the Hydra Agent. Perhaps he's just like an amalgam of other Marvel characters, but he'd just be kind of funny to play, right? And him and Deadpool would have some pretty cool interactions, hopefully. So I don't really know what they do, but they could give him a new moveset, or they could just make him control like the BOWs from Marvel Infinite. Next character. Mega Man Zero. I know it's fundamentally pretty much a Zero, but they could make it work, I'm sure. Give him a completely different moveset. Give him some, just let him use some of his copy abilities and shit. Leon Kennedy would be really cool. He could have like kicks. And he could have different weapons that like maybe Chris doesn't have. And it'd also be cool if he had like a grappling hook and he could just swing like Spider-Man. Now, I don't think he ever had a grappling hook in any of the Resident Evil games, but I think it fits his character. Oh yeah, and he could maybe have a combo where he punches you in the face and then it dazes you or something, and then he can just roundhouse kick, like in Resident Evil 4. That would be really cool. And then Jack Baker would be really cool. Maybe he has like a level up system similar to Frank West, so that way he can get different weapons and stuff. That would be awesome. He could have that dual chainsaw thing. It's like chainsaw scissors or something. Or he could even do some of the stuff that the other Baker people do. He could control bees, something like that. That'd be awesome. And I guess the story could be the story could be a mix of Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, and Captain America: Civil War. And then you add some elements from Infinity War,
Don't worry, I'm still here.
Spider-Man: Far From Home, and I'm gonna get to work on a fan fiction or something that'll like explain this more thoroughly. And then the other thing would be another element. Let's see, 2 more stories to pull from: Mega Man X and ooh, if you want to have something with like a lot of punch, I don't know if you can get it to really work, but Iron Man's Demon in a Bottle. Like, I know that's not like the most exciting story for a video game, but you could do something like that. Like, deal with more serious issues in a game like that. That would be kind of neat. But I don't think you can get that to work very easily. So, as a backup, Old Man Logan. Not the movie, but the comic book. Well, maybe mix in both. That would be cool. So, yeah, I'll get to work on a fanfiction later. That's basically like, no, not a fanfiction, but necessarily, but like a like sort of an outline, and maybe a bit of a through line. So yeah, I'll get to work on the story later. But then the other game, they should fucking team up with Insomniac or something. They could do great things with that. Like, you could just have the Resident Evil sections control like the Miles Morales sections in the 2018 Spider-Man game. That would be dope. Also having Wolverine and Hulk team up to fight the Bakers would be cool. That would be super fucking violent. I mean, I guess they have to tone down the violence. Marvel probably isn't like huge on having violent games. But dude, that would be sick. Sick as fuck. So, what do you guys think? Leave your ideas down in the comments if you guys have any, and I'll read them in a future video. Later. Well, actually, probably not later. I might have a video or have some like another topic playing later in this same video, but you know what I mean.
Once family, always family. This is all too fun. Oh, I was so worried about you. won't be long before I find you and kill you. No way out, you know.
I don't want to I don't want to spill too many secrets, but I've been working on a game. Now, I haven't even gotten into the coding phases because, to be honest, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing there. So I'm gonna get some practice before I even start actually developing. And when I develop, I'm only gonna develop like maybe an hour or so of it to be as like a pitch slash demonstration before I actually go to Marvel and do anything. But yeah, I need to have a talk with some of those guys. I'm thinking, and here's the pitch. Here's the pitch, guys. A Marvel Days of Future Past game. It's not X-Men, but it has the X-Men, right? It has everything. Certain characters will be there as NPCs, otherwise others will be playable. I'm only going to tell you, like, the core characters that will be featured in the game. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Daredevil, Punisher, Wolverine, Cyclops, Iron Man, and Captain America. They will be playable. Non-playable characters include Elektra, Micro, he's Punisher's like side guy, MODOK, Vision, and the Fantastic Four. Bosses include the Blob, Mordo, Kree Sentry from like the Avengers game, Lizard, Black Cat. Is Black Cat listed twice? Shit. Gotta clear that off of NPCs. Boop. Crisis averted. Doctor Doom. And who's the next one I want to say? I don't want to say all of them. Well, definitely since it's Days of Future Past, Bolivar Trask. Now, he doesn't actually do any fighting in the comics. So, I'm going to put him in this game in like a mech or something. And his boss is not going to be like super compelling gameplay wise, but plot wise, you're going to be so fucking invested. Hopefully. The key mechanics would include time travel, web swinging, like in PlayStation 4's Spider-Man, parkour, stealth, and permadeath. Oh, and choice. It'd be like a Telltale game mixed with Ultimate Alliance, mixed with Marvel's Avengers. And the comic books I'm taking from are All New, All Different Wolverine and Days of Future Past. The movies I'm taking from are the first Avengers movie, Logan, and Captain Marvel. The main quest length that I'm going for is around 24 hours. The side quest length is around 6 hours. The total game length is anywhere from 24 hours to 34 hours. And that's all I've really gotten done. But here's what I'm thinking. So, half the game is going to be in the future, and then you're going to flash back to, or like so it's going to start out in the future, and then it's going to flash back to the past, and then it's going to go into present day, and then you're going to finish, the game will have you build up to where you were when it started, and then you'll fight past that point. However, there are choices you have to make, and if a character dies in the past, his story is over. If a character dies in the future, their story can still be told in the past. However, it probably won't let you play as them, as to avoid them dying again, making continuity problems. Also, I think I'm skipping over stuff in my notes because I don't want someone else to steal my pitch. But yeah, Sentinels will be in the game. I'm not saying what capacity. But I think this would be awesome. You have you have Spider-Man characters, the Defenders, the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, the Avengers, and I think pretty much any character that people are going to want in the game are going to be in the game. I'm still adding some, so hold your horses there. In fact, I thought of some more to add just now. I'm not going to say, though. There we go, just added them in. Yeah, so I'm not going to say. So yeah, I'm developing a pitch for Marvel, and it's going to be swell. But I gotta get recognized before I can do that. And then I gotta get money. And then I gotta get a team. And then I gotta get some other games under my belt. And then I can go to Marvel. And then they can decline me and make my whole life's quest very disappointing. That's the plan. What's your plan? Please tell me someone in this room knows what they're doing, because I have no idea what I'm doing. And I haven't started work on the story yet. I've thought of some like beats that would be really cool to put in there, but the comics and movies that I'm pulling from are just for inspiration and for stuff to, pull from. I haven't actually outlined the story yet. I'm thinking that I'm thinking about doing like a nightmare sequence where you have to battle through hordes of zombies, and then you have to fight zombie Galactus. And it's a nightmare or a hallucination or something from someone. Excuse me. Excuse me again. I gotta get out of here, Morty. Yeah, Marvel Days of Future Past is what I'm gonna call it. I'm not gonna call it fucking X-Men Days of Future Past, Avengers Days of Future Past, Spider-Man Days of Future Past. And I'm thinking of another scene. I want certain bosses to be played multiple times, but with different gimmicks. Like, the alien Ben 10 from Ben 10 Upgrade? How he bonds with technology and stuff. I'm thinking about changing Venom a little bit. So that way not only does he bond with humans, but he can also bond with technology. Some people might say that's stupid. Some people might say whatever, but shut your fucking face until you see it in action, son. It could be cool. Like, imagine. So, I guess I'm gonna have to spill some of my secrets. So, Galactus. You fight Galactus, and then later on, you go into the nightmare sequence, and you fight zombie Galactus. Not much is different, I guess, except he's more, like, aggro, and he's stronger for some reason. But then, you fight the Sentinels, and then you fight you fight Venomized symbiotes. Fuck! You fight Venom symbiotes. Fuck! You fight Venom Sentinels. Thank you. Speech 100. And would not that be cool? Would not that be cool, though? I will update you on my pitch right now. This is going to be part 1, I guess, of Days of Future Past, the game.
Hey, you! Hey, over here! Hey, you gotta help me.
Hold on, back up. Now, sir, do you live here? I mean, is this your property?
What? Me? No. No.
All right. Now, we got several calls about some missing persons lately.
You don't understand. I gotta get out of here.
Now, calm down.
You're not listening to me. There are crazy people in this house trying to fucking kill me.
Well, all right. Let me tell you this. You don't exactly seem like you playing with a full deck yourself, all right?
Are you kidding me?
Look, like I said, we've had several missing persons calls. And I can't rule out that an outsider like yourself may not be involved.
All right. I'll tell you whatever you want.
All right. Now, that's more like it. Now, meet me in the garage. We'll talk there.
Hey, wait. You gotta give me your gun.
You must have lost your mind.
Look, officer.
Deputy.
Right. Deputy. Now, do you want to see my name in the obituaries? Or do you want to be a hero and save my life? A fucking pocket knife?
Here. Take it. That's all you're gonna get. Now go. Garage. Now.
What am I gonna do with a knife? Hey, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Now first you need to tell me what you're doing out here alone in the middle of the night.
Me? What about you?
No, it's my job.
Default shaming now?
Tell me. Answer my question.
He's not. He's an infernal, Dan. Hey, why do you have a special base? How? Oh, mine's it's podium, and mine is the only one available is Ancient Sentinel. How do you get the Hell's Cup coffee? How do you get the Hell's Cup coffee? The first guy we fought was using it. Alright, and if you die, I'm blaming you for losing. And if I die, I'm blaming you for losing. Oh, hey, I know this level. Or wait, no, this is not the same, but it looks very similar. Oh, there's Guns Maker. Guns Maker. He's really fast. Did he kill you? How fast? Fuck. What, he killed me even? How did he kill me? But he wasn't even... Man, I must be lagging. Best friend, tactician, buff minions, bigger bar. Thieving hand. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah. I get heals, boy. I'm gonna summon a wolf man. I'm gonna block his loot. What do you mean, homie, he's on your ass? He's on my ass. Where'd he go? I saw him. There he is. Ha! I just did damage. I sniped his ass with my fucking tomahawk. Tomahawk. Ah, fuck. Okay. Where's this stupid motherfucker at? Here we go. Boom, bitch. You died anyways. I'm dying now. Oh, I thought you died. Oh, I saw you die. Whatever. He's in the floor now. No! Guns make. Oh wait, is that gun smoke? No, the font is really tripping me. Yeah, I'm back. And he's not. Hey, don't kill my fucking spider. What do you have to say for yourself? Huh? You can't go around killing people's spiders. Oh shit, there's a lot of cacodemons. He is not happy. He's in the floor again. What? Hide. You're not hiding very well. The Titans are back, bitches. Don't ever forget that. Alright, don't worry, I summoned a wolf. I don't know, but I summoned a wolf. No, he wasn't even looking at me when I died. Fuck. Alright, here we go, boys. I don't like you. We killed him! Yeah! 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 Fuck off. Buffed minions. Wait, you have my exact... You have... That is weird that you have my exact loadout. Which one did you get first? So did I. That is weird. Well, prepare to not like it harder. Oh, this guy sucks. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, he lagged. This guy's better than I thought. But only because he was lagging. Or I was lagging. Or someone was lagging. Everybody knows shit's lagging. Oh, he's about to die, though. Hell yeah! Doesn't matter, boy. I killed him. I want the Hell Demon. The Baron of Hell. Ooh, demonic onslaught. Instant resurrect. Ooh. Ooh. Baron of Hell. Yo, you got my loadout again.
What kind of maniacs would go so far as to bomb a reactor?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong. Alright, alright, alright. What's the deal with Gunsmoke? Shit. Oh god. No. No, I summoned a wolf. Wait, is that wolf only... Oh, I thought the wolf was a constant threat, but no, it just it dashes into him and then it fucks off. You stay alive, boy. Summon the Baron of Hell. Bullshit. Well, just let me know when you're gonna summon it, because then I'll summon mine.
Work together for peace and prosperity. That is how civilized people change the world.
Alright, change plans. Alright, I did it right before I mysteriously exploded.
It's what we believe. We all have to follow our conscience, don't we?
Oh, he's so dead. Alright. Kill his ass.
Personally, I find visual aids make the dull stuff a lot more bearable.
Well, how is this guy so good?
Think of it as an initiation rite.
We 2v1'd him.
There's such a thing as playing two to get.
We're 2 on, or like 2 to 1'd him, not 2v1.
Complete with massive steel plates suspended 300 meters above
I mean, 'cause, yeah, we obviously did that, but like, boom, 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 and boom.
We're about halfway through it now. They've set up a checkpoint here to scan the IDs of all passengers heading in and out. Date of birth, residential status, criminal history. All that and more is automatically cross-referenced in their databases.
I killed him.
Public security wouldn't have it any other way. Heads up.
That's what you call epic.
What'd I tell ya? Have a little faith.
Ooh, I got a playing card.
Won't be long till we reach the bottom. Relax.
It's because of that great big pizza in the sky that people down there gotta struggle to survive. Shinra sucks up Mako while the soil turns to dust, the air fills with smog, and the flowers die.
Then leave and don't look back. That's what's always worked for me.
Well, that's all well and good, if you're only out for yourself. But the folks down there don't have the luxury of choice, you know?
Like this train, I suppose. There's only one way it can go.
Buy tickets.
Perfect. That Jade Jester may think he's the mastermind behind this jailbreak, but once I deactivate the prison's force field, I'll show him who truly has the superior intellect. Though I suppose I'll have to show you first, won't I? It cannot be! Make way! I have returned! You heroes lash out with brute force against those who threaten you intellectually! You cannot lock one as brilliant as I away in a cage! Dr. Octopus must be free to reign supreme!
We need to remove the Mind Stone from play before Ultron can use it to reboot himself.
According to my senses, I do believe he already has. Elsewhere.
Wait. These readings I'm getting don't make any sense, unless... Oh no. Ultimo. stronger than yours. And with the Mind Stone, I shall lead the mechanical revolution. Join our cause, Vision, and break the bonds of human enslavement.
I'm no slave, Ultron. And the only one who should worry about their bonds is you.
What madness is this? I do not compute.
And if my plan succeeds, you never shall again.